Okay.
So, yeah, I'm excited to be here and let's talk about it.
All
Let's
right.
get
Well,
into it.
let's get right into it. And let's
Yeah.
start out with question number one. Tell us about your business and what you do. What do you do at Turnkey? What's that all about?
Okay, so my name is Vanessa Kee. I am the broker owner of Turnkee Property Solutions. Turnkey is a real estate brokerage fully licensed in the state of North Carolina. We're unique because we're exclusive to wholesale transactions. We are not the traditional buying and selling homes on the market like the traditional brokerages.
Hmm.
So we do a lot of wholesaling. Like I said, well, we'll just keep going, but we are an exclusive to wholesale transactions.
Okay.
Anyone that doesn't know what a wholesale transaction is, that's buying a property under market value.
Okay. All right. So is this, from what I'm hearing, it sounds like these are investors. Is that correct?
Yes. So
Okay.
our buyer pool does not consist of the typical buyer, newly wedded couple who's going out looking for their first home, or that couple who has, bought a home and now we need to find another home because we got 3 kids and now we've outgrown it, or we're an empty nester and we need to downsize. Our products are a little different. Our buyer pool is made up of investors, not cash buyers, but investors who are actually buying and flipping businesses or buying and holding properties as a business, not as, a one-off. So they're a little different from a cash buyer. Our sellers look like people who own distressed properties. The property's flipped upside down, needs major rehabs. They may be in financial distress. They have to sell the house quickly, or they inherited a house that they may be in California. It took me 10 years to get here to get my kid in this school district in California, and then someone dies in North Carolina and they've inherited this property. I don't want that property. I don't want to be the landlord. I'm vested here in California. Can you just get rid of it for me? So those are the unique situations. That's what our buyer and seller pool looks like.
Hmm. So can you give me an example of the type of properties that you would sell? Would it be like a strip mall, or could it be a high rise? Could it be an apartment complex? Could it be a single family home? What type of products are we talking about here?
Right now, because we just started, we're
Hmm.
focused on residential. But Turnkey is designed and positioned in itself to grow into commercial, land, all of it. We're going to eventually do all of it. So
Okay.
it's just a matter of getting there.
So in order for me to do business with Turnkey, I have to live in North Carolina or be selling a property in North Carolina, or have an agent in North Carolina.
Property
Is
will
that
have to
correct?
be, the property will have to be in North Carolina.
Okay, got you, got you.
The agent will follow the property, right? We'll follow it, but it has to be here in North Carolina.
Okay.
But you can, yeah, I mean, if you're living like that seller that who's in California, you just would we could do your as long as that property's here. You can be in California, we can still represent you and work the property out, get you to closing.
Okay. Now, can you give me an idea of who your ideal client is? Like if you had an avatar or, some type of an example of who you would really ideally want to work with or who would benefit most, let's say, by working with Turnkey. Can you give us an idea as to
Oh,
who that could be?
turn, yeah, Turnkey is built the opposite from we kind of know the real estate industry, the real estate investing industry, right? It's the we buy houses, right? Everybody knows that model.
Hmm.
His model is a little different. So our primary client is the investor. We build relationships with investors, and that's why it took so long for Turnkey to get up and running. One of the factors is we have to build relationships with these investors. These investors have a lot of money to give, but they're not going to give it out just to anybody, right? We got to show that we're competent and able to handle the money. So those are that's our primary focus. Once we get an investor on board, they tell us what they want, and then we go to work finding the seller to match what the investor wants. Our sellers typically would be driven off of the investor's buy box. So they will tell us, I want a distressed property located in this area for this amount of money, I'm willing to pay up to this amount of money. This is my return on investment. We have to know those numbers and what they mean, and that's what our ideal client would look like.
Okay. Now let me ask you a question. Why would I go with a company like Turnkey? And this is as opposed to just going out there and doing it myself. What's the difference between me choosing to deal with Turnkey and just going out there and trying to, buy property up and, I'm just this investment guy and I think I know everything.
So the benefit of working with Turnkey for investors is we're giving concierge level service. You don't have to go out there and do it all yourself, right? Because a lot of times what investors run into is it will take 3 months to flip that property over once they have it, but it could take a year to find the property.
Mm,
That's where we come in, right? We're going to find that property for you. We're not only going to find the property, we're going to go to the seller and we're going to vet that property for you,
hmm
right? We're going to secure that seller. We're going to come back with the renovation cost for you so you can do your numbers. We're going to give you, on top of a CMA, we're going to give you all the other numbers that you need, aligning with your exit strategy. If you're a
mm,
fix and flipper, we're going to give you, show you your return on investment, how we got there, how we came up to this. If you're buy and hold, we're going to show you your cap rates, your cash on cash. So we're giving you the numbers. We're doing really everything for you. Our goal is for you, Mr. Investor, to have one point of contact. When you call in, you're getting concierge level service. You're just given the buy box and you can kind of trust us and, it's done and consider it done. We're going to get everything that you need.
okay,
We have the lenders, we have the attorneys. So it's one stop, literally one stop shopping for an investor.
great. All right. Now let me ask you this. How did you get started in this business? How'd you
Whew.
and how long have you been in business? Let's put it that way. Why don't we start there?
Okay, so um, I had the vision of this, believe it or not, in 2006. I knew what I was going to be
20
doing.
years ago?
Yeah, oh yeah,
Wow.
oh yeah.
Wow.
It was through my personal experiences, right? And I
Yeah.
seen an infomercial, right? And I'm going through that time of life where you're not happy with yourself and what you're doing and da 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 da, right? And I'm up at 2 in the morning because of my personal experiences,
Mhm.
boo-hooing, and I see this infomercial, and it was by Dean Graziosi. He wrote this book. I don't know if you can see it.
I can see it.
You can see his face,
And
but
I remember the face too.
right, right. It's
Yeah.
called Be a Real Estate Millionaire: Secret Strategies for Lifetime Wealth Today. He wrote it in 1999.
Hmm.
And in 2006, I'm watching this infomercial and I'm like, that's what I'm going to do. It hit me. That's it. That's what I'm going to do in my next life. And so much so that I bought the book that night. Read it and I knew that I was going to do this. I just knew I couldn't start it right then because my children were still kind of young. But in 2017, I started Turnkey. Kind of put the cart before the horse, went and did the business, registered it, formed the business, and went through a lot of trials and errors.
Hmm.
I had to shift my mindset, right? I had to have a mindset change. Every time I failed, I took it personally, like I was failing, but I kept
Mhm.
getting back up. If anybody's listening, you viewers, get back up. It's the consistency.
Mhm.
Trial, errors, failure, all equal growth. And over time, I learned that every time I came back stronger. I came back knowing something. And Turnkey kept getting reshaped and revamped. In 2024, we became fully licensed, and we did our final reorg, right? We became fully licensed 2020, but we weren't getting noticed. We didn't hear anything until 2025. All of a sudden, the phone started ringing. And at this point, I was giving up Turnkey. I was done. I'm going into real estate, forget Turnkey. But yeah, the Lord had different plans for me. No, you're going back in there. I am relentlessly chasing you. And that's in 2025. Right around November, December, the phone started ringing. And that's when I realized the value that BSM brought to Turnkey, because we had been promoting Turnkey since 2021. And it takes time. That's when I learned that it takes time to build, but once you get that audience, it's organic, it's going to be there. Those are the people that want to work with you. So in 2025, like I said, the phone started ringing to the point where I'm like, I can't ignore this now. We got to operate.
Hmm.
So April 15th, I'm proud to say, April 15th of 2026, we opened our doors. We are now operating. We have investors on our bench. We have wholesalers. We have brokers. we are fully up and running. So it was a 9-year process to build, a lot of trial, error, but we're here. So
Okay.
anybody else building a business, just stick in and stick it, stay with it, stick with it
There
and
you
keep
go.
going.
There
Just
you go.
it will come, it will fruition.
All right. My next question.
I think
Um,
you're on mute.
I'm on mute. You can't hear me?
Okay, now I can. Yep.
Okay. My next question is what's the biggest challenge you're facing right now? You know, I know that a lot of people are having a difficult time um, getting not just customers, but prospects and getting that phone to ring and getting people to say yes and finally to put up the money. You know,
Hmm.
those are the things where like I get a lot of people who would love to deal to do business with me, but can you afford it?
Hmm.
Know? And that a lot of times is the difference between, you actually doing business, right? And just talking about doing business. So give me an idea of what you're facing right now, some of the challenges you might be dealing with.
Our challenges are a little different because in a market like this, where inflation's up, gas prices are up,
Hmm.
interest rates are up, right? The real estate market is frozen too, where we're feeling
Mm.
the pain, right? But Turnkey's not, because what happens in those types of markets, foreclosures go up. That's what we specialize in. So we're kind of ramping up to get busy at this time. But the one of the challenges, so it's not so much focused on that, it's more of the two worlds blending now. We're also in a state where investment sales didn't blend with on-market traditional real estate sales. They were two
Mhm.
separate worlds. One didn't even know about the other. They operated totally different, right? Until about 2017. That's when it started, we're going to stop blending these worlds together because there's so much negativity going on or negative activity going on in the in investment world. People are
Mhm.
not licensed, so they don't know the real estate law, right?
Mhm.
So now the real estate commission is starting to change and say, okay, if you're going to be doing these activities in the investment world, you need a broker. So a lot
Mhm.
of investors are turning to real estate brokers now, right? The problem that I'm having is because the two worlds are blending, we're in that middle where a wholesaler, which would be equivalent to an inside sale representative and a real estate agent, they're calling, they're used to working in the industry. So we have to change their mindset.
Mhm.
Some things we're not using those contracts anymore that were made up and they're not attorney blessed and all of that. We operate under the North Carolina Real Estate Commission. So
Okay.
there's no assignment. You have an investor here that's ready to write the offer. So we're not assigning documents. We're not doing any of it. We're doing a straight real estate sale, right? So it's getting that mindset, the wholesalers. Real estate agents are a little, we don't have enough investor friendly agents. The agents that are out there are like, I'm not sitting on the phone and cold calling. I already got my own leads to follow,
Yeah.
that's just another niche I have to learn. So it's that trying to juggle that, that mindset in
Okay.
two industries together.
All right. Well, let me ask you this. If someone wants to get in touch with you, how can they find you? If
My
I'm in,
They can call me directly, my
okay.
phone number, email, and I'll give you all this to put in the description because it's a lot. But you
Okay.
can also website, all my handles are Turnkey Property Solutions. So
Okay.
I post on for learning, understanding who we are. It's the website. You can go on Facebook and Instagram and YouTube. All Turnkey Property Solution handles, right? Or you can call me directly. I'm always willing to talk to you. Send me an email. Um,
Okay.
that as well. I'm
Okay.
very easy to get in touch with.
Okay. Um, and what is the best way for people to get in touch with you? Would you say it's through the website? Is it
It's through the
on
website.
Facebook? Is it calling you directly? Do you have a number, not calling you, but calling Turnkey that
Yes,
they can reach, like an 800 number or that type of thing?
Turnkey is local. We have a local number.
Okay.
Nine
Yeah,
eight four.
everything, all numbers are pretty much local. The
Yeah.
800 numbers, yeah.
So it's 984 332 0516. Turnkey Property Solutions, 984-332-0516.
Okay. All right. Um,
And if you want to reach me directly, you can always reach me via my email, right? Vanessa.key@turnkeyrei.com. But we'll put all of that in the description.
okay.
That's a lot.
And what's the one thing you wish people knew about your business, about Vanessa Key, about your services, about the industry that they need to know about if they want to become an investor or to get involved with what you're doing as is it called a brokerage
We are
company?
Turnkey
Okay,
Real
as a
Estate
brokerage
Brokerage.
company.
Yep.
Okay, I just want to make sure. Okay,
Mhm.
so
We
what's
are a
something you
brokerage.
wish people knew about you guys and understand?
Well, at Turnkey, we're creative with our services, right? I would like our investors to know, first, the awareness that we're here for you, right? But the investors to know that we are your your resource. We offer our services are on concierge level services. You have a single point of contact. We know the numbers you need. We can make your life a whole lot easier just calling us. We do operate as we are, like I said, we are a brokerage. Homeowners facing distressed property or distressed financial situation, they too, a lot of homeowners don't know that there's other options out there,
Hmm.
right? So you hear a lot of, I need to buy a house for the traditional brokerage sales, but you're not going to hear, I'm in foreclosure, right? So it's an awareness, building an awareness out there for them too, that there are other options. We
Hmm.
specialize in those options, right?
Hmm.
And we'll come to you not only with options, but solutions as well.
Okay. Well, I'd just like to thank you for taking the time to give us this wealth of information and really sharing what you guys do over at Turnkey. And is there anything else you want to add to today's conversation or anything you want people to know about you, your company, the industry, uh, how to be an investor, what it takes, how much money do they need to have? Is it, oh, I have one quick question. Your services.
Mhm.
What are we looking at in terms of price? Everybody wants to know what something is going to cost.
We, well, a seller, a homeowner will never have to pay anything, right? They're in
Okay.
distress.
Okay.
So we're going to cater to them. There's no cost, right? Our investors pretty much cover those types of costs, closing costs, commissions, all of that is covered through our investors.
Okay.
There's no cost. An investor doesn't have a cost either joining us. There is no real cost for, we collect we collect payment for our services at the brokerage table. So
Okay.
no, no, it's just like a traditional brokerage. No one gets paid until it goes to closing.
Okay. And is there a percentage or a set dollar amount or is it
Turnkey is
negotiable?
competitive with every other brokerage, although we're different and unique. Pretty much, the standard is, I shouldn't say standard, but commissions are pretty much 6% between
Okay.
buyers and seller agents. The same thing with Turnkey, where we're not trying to, rip our investors off or have them pay over just because, we're doing offering the same services just in a different way, right? So we're
Gotcha.
same fees. We're competitive.
Okay. All right. Well, that's it. Because I know most people always want to know, well, how much is it going to cost me? You know what I'm saying? So now being
Right.
transparent and letting people know, there it is, folks.
Yeah, yeah.
Exactly what you're looking at. And You know, now, is there any type of like initial consultation that a person can have if they want
Absolutely.
to?
That's what if somebody wants to join a turnkey, because we
Mhm.
are hiring, we're always hiring,
Okay.
call me directly,
Okay.
right? But if somebody's trying to get in touch with Turnkey as a client, like I said, there's all the other avenues. We're also doing email campaigns and we're targeting people, sellers. So
Hmm.
because like I said, we're fulfilling our investors' buy box.
Okay.
So we're looking for people that meet those buy boxes. I encourage consultations. Real estate is a lot. We get a lot of for sale by owners who think they can do it themselves.
Hmm.
I would encourage, and that's a mindset too, because a lot of
Yeah.
people do think that they can do it themselves,
Yeah.
and it's getting in front of, once we can get in front of you, I can pretty much kind of break it down. So then you're like, oh, maybe I can't do it by myself. Maybe
Okay.
I'm an agent, right? So,
Well, it sounds like there's a lot involved, obviously way too much for us to discuss during today's, interview. But definitely, if you have any questions, get in touch with Vanessa Kee over at Turnkey, and the information will be in the description um, below. So go ahead and get that information and give her a call. Okay.
well, I thank you, Brian B.
Thank
Scott,
you.
for
Thank,
having me here. It was
thank
so great
you.
to be back in the studio with you and
Thank you.
do what we
Absolutely.
do, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely. This is great. This is really and I learned some things about turnkey too, even though you and I had kind of worked, because I think by you getting the kinks out,
Mhm.
really understanding, hey, and being able to articulate that message and say, hey, this is what we do. This is what we're about. Now you've got the staff involved. You've got you got this thing really going here, which I'm really proud of you. And
Yeah.
I like to say congratulations and keep up
Thank
the good
you.
work.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All
All
righty.
right. Talk to you soon.
We'll talk soon.
All
Bye
right.
bye.
Bye bye.